This is the book of Luke 21 and verse 11. It says, "A great earthquake shall be in divers places, and famines and pestilence and fearful sights and great signs shall be from heaven." And this is the prophet Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 6. "Thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise and storms and tempest and the flaming fire." And this is the prophet Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 2. "Behold, the power of Yahweh has a mighty and strong winds, and tempest of hail and short storm, as a flood of mighty waters shall cover the earth with their hand." And this is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 2. "Thou shalt be visited of," it says, "then thou shalt understand it is a very same time where in the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." Second Ezra 9 verse 3. "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and the uproar speak the world, Shalom, first and foremost, matter of fact, Salakia." This is the book of Psalms 18 and verse 7. "Then the earth shook and trembled, and the fountains also the hills moved and shaken because of wrath." Shalom, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Warkah Kodash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son Ba'ashem. In the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashon Dash, the Holy Tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit down lesson that I wanted to bring out because you had a earthquake over there, a military base over there in Montana, I believe. It was earlier today or a couple of hours ago. It ranged from a 4.2 to a 4.9 earthquake near a military base over there in Montana. And I believe Dabo 7, he's going to give you more details about it as I give credit to him, from Dabo 777.
We have reports out of Montana that an earthquake has struck near the Maelstrom Air Force Base. That base oversees a large network of intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs, that are spread across the United States. A large patch of these are right up here in Montana. USGS saying that they recorded a 4.2 to a 4.8 quake just 7 miles outside of the base. These are said to be really shallow quakes. Hundreds of people in the area reporting shaking. One person saying on X, "We just had an earthquake, holy cow. The building shook. Looks like we were very close." Another resident said, "Just had a big earthquake here in Montana. Holy, that was scary." They say that there's a 27% chance of a magnitude 3 or greater after this earthquake. Okay, people reporting this all over the area. If you guys felt it, let me know. They say that these tremors, or this initial tremor, was really shallow, and that the shallower they are, the more they're felt across the region, and also the more damage they can do, not only to structures above ground, but also nuclear missile silos that are underground. So this is going to prompt the U.S. military to have to assess damage across this whole region after a shallow quake has struck here. Again, if you guys have felt this, let me know in the comment section. It'll be interesting to see if there's any more quakes in the area. And I will update as we get any more info on this. Join me for the live streams where I'm breaking down all the updates to these stories. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern here on W77. Much love, y'all.
Psalms 18 and verse 7. "Then the earth shook and trembled, and the fountains also the hills moved and shaken because of wrath." Right, so we see the Heavenly Father visit the earth with the great shakings, with the earthquakes, and that's what we're seeing. And this is the book of Luke 21 and verse 11. "And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places." Right, so we're seeing great earthquakes in diverse places that Yahweh spoke about. "And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. Famines and pestilence and fearful sights and great signs shall be from heaven." This is the book of Matthew 24 in verse 7. "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Right, that's the key word, earthquakes in diverse places. Second Esdras, chapter 9, in verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes in the upwards people world, right? So we're going to see more earthquakes in the upwards people world. Second Esdras 9 and verse 2. Then thou shalt understand it is a very same time where in the highest, which the Heavenly Father will begin to visit the world which he made. Now, you might say it has something to do with the heart machine, with the controlling with the weather, with the climate change, Mother Nature, and all that. But at the end of the day, the Heavenly Father visits the earth with the great shakings, with the earthquakes, and that's what we're seeing. And this is a news article from the dailymail.com, and this is published by Staley Leberstore, U.S. Science and Technology Editor, from January the 29th, 2026, updated at January 30th, 2026. It says a nuclear missile silo rattled by earthquake as U.S. military scrambles to assess damage in Montana. It says an earthquake struck near the Stone Air Force Base in Montana, oversees a large network of intercontinental ballistic missiles, the ICBM silos spread across the state. And it says the U.S. Geological Survey (USGS) recorded a 4.2 magnitude quake at 12:41 p.m. MT time and 2:41 Eastern time, just 7 miles outside of the center of the base located in Great Falls. Hundreds of people in the area reported shaking, with one saying on X, "We just had an earthquake. Holy cow. Our building shook. Looks like we're very close." It says another resident shared just a big earthquake here in Montana. Holy shit. This was scary. The USGS warned that a 27% chance of a magnitude of a greater aftershock striking in the same area in the next week. There were also a 60% chance of another 4 magnitude or higher tremor hitting the same time frame. While Montana is not a major earthquake hotspot, the region lies along the Intermountain Semitic Belt, a zone of faults capable of producing moderate quakes. The quake occurred near the area that houses hardened missile silos and launch control facilities. There are approximately 150 active ICBM silos through Montana. Montana officials have not issued a statement about the earthquake or whether any damages will occur to the silos. Milestone Air Force Base in Montana houses 150 Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missiles, which be in the air in less than 4 seconds after launch command. It says damages earthquakes can occur in the future, so remain to drop cover or hold on, the USGS says in the alert. This is Second Esdras 9 verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, upwards people will rise. So more increase in earthquakes and upwards people will that will continue to see increase. So this was just a sit down lesson. If you had a 4.2, a range from a 4.2 to the 4.8 or 4.9 earthquake hit over there in Montana near a military base. It says a nuclear missile rattled by an earthquake at a U.S. military scrambles to assess damage in Montana. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, or called Kadash, and the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Ba'Shem, in the name of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew of the Lashwadas, the Holy Tongue, and I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim Ma'akwaf. Till next time, I would say Shalom.